Coverage of Interop is brought to you by HP Networking. Change the rules to enable the cloud. Also brought to you by Citrix and GoToMeeting. Go over to GoToMeeting.com, click the Try It Free Now button, and enter in the word podcast for a 30-day free trial. And also Telestream and Wirecast. Produce your show straight from your computer right to the internet with Wirecast. Geekazine is a proud member of the TechPodcast.com network. If it's tech, it's here. Continuing coverage of Interop, Jeffrey Powers with Geekazine and the Tech Podcast Network. We're here with Art, and we're talking Cradlepoint. Tell us, what is Cradlepoint?
Cradlepoint provides 4G networking solutions for an enterprise. We can augment the wide area network to provide either a failover connection or a primary connection for business continuity in the enterprise.
Okay, so you create modems or not modems, but wireless routing systems for 4G and 3G systems, correct?
Mobile broadband routers and also adapters to provide the capabilities that, like I said, that add to your internal network.
So and then what you were doing was you're showing us this item right here,
right,
which they're going to be seeing on the screen in a couple seconds here. Basically what this is a failover device, correct?
That's correct. What we've done here is in this case, there is a primary connection into this environment, and it's a voice over IP telephone system. And as often happens in the enterprise, sometimes that primary connection goes away because, let's say someone hits a telephone pole. It's gone. In this case, it detects the failover, the Cradlepoint device does, and automatically fails over to the cellular service from a mobile broadband standpoint, and there we have it. We're already up and running. There wasn't a glitch at all. The service is fine, and when they do repair it, and that service is restored, we will automatically fail back to the primary service. Okay. And the cost effectiveness of this is, thank you. The cost effectiveness of this is the fact that, and oftentimes you're paying for a second line that's very expensive. And in those cases, we can provide a much more cost-effective solution with the new 4G speeds that satisfy your connectivity needs for your network.
Now you also said that if you're a brand new company, you can get a Cradlepoint to get your business up and running in a better response time, correctly?
Absolutely. One of the things we can do today with our MBR 1400, which is a new device we announced in the last month, is to be able to provide primary connectivity, once again, via wireless broadband to up to 128 Wi-Fi users. Immediately you could have that service in your building, so if you're waiting for a new line, primary line to come in, T1 or DSL, we could already be put in place, operating for your office in a box, if you will. And then, eventually, when you do get that line, you can actually use us to failover once again as a secondary device, or to augment, potentially. If you want to isolate certain traffic off your main network, you could isolate this on our device also.
Okay, what about the replication? Like, for instance, we're here in Mandalay Bay, and I know there's one spot in Mandalay Bay that's just horrible on any type of signal. Is this also a replication system too?
Not necessarily per se. We're providing the primary access point, if you will. We're relying upon the network of the carriers to provide us the signal. But once we have that signal, we can transfer it into a network that's capable for business users to use.
Okay. All right. What type of price points are we looking at? Starting point, ending point, I guess.
We actually have, if you will, consumer device, the CTR35 that starts at $79.99 manufacturer's retail price. Okay. This is a fully functional router and can support with one USB modem up to 16 Wi-Fi users. Okay. And it also has the capability with dual SSID to have both a public and a private network, Wi-Fi network, on this small device at $79.99. Very nice box. And then our very high-end, our flagship product, our mobile business products, the MBR 1400 is retailed at $379.99.
$379. So that's actually pretty affordable for the small business.
Yeah, our price point is one of the keys to our success in this business.
All right. Well, where do people go to find out more about Cradlepoint?
There's certainly check into our website at cradlepoint.com. We have a tremendous network of value-added resellers and retail locations where you can find out information. In places like CDW and the 3G store, certainly places where you can buy Cradlepoint products.
Sounds good. Art, thank you very much for your time.
Thanks, Jeff. Appreciate it.
For the Geekazine Network Tech Podcast Network, my name is Jeffrey Powers. Geekazine coverage of Interop is brought to you by HP Networking. Change the rules to enable the cloud. Also brought to you by Citrix and GoToMeeting. Go over to GoToMeeting.com, click the Try It Free Now button, and enter in the word podcast for a 30-day free trial. And also Telestream and Wirecast. Produce your show straight from your computer right to the internet with Wirecast. Geekazine is a proud member of the TechPodcast.com network. If it's tech, it's here.